Today I'm going to cover some of the most common low back pain exercises that some of you might be royally screwing up. Some of these mistakes may seem minor, but could literally be the difference between them working and you getting pain-free, or even making your pain worse and preventing you from recovering. My name is Dr. Grant Elliott. We've helped thousands with low back pain and sciatica fully recover through our one-on-one online coaching program. And in this episode, I'm going to cover proper form for the bird dog, glute bridge, and prone press-up exercises to help you unlock your pain. So let's dive right into it. The first exercise we're going to analyze is the bird dog exercise. The goal of this exercise is to improve spine stability and strength, primarily by targeting the erector spinae, glutes, and core muscles like the rectus abdominis and transversus abdominis. This exercise also does require some degree of balance, which can be helpful for our elderly populations or those who require balance improvement. So generally, how you perform this exercise is by getting on the floor on your hands and knees, then reaching out your opposite arm and opposite leg, returning to center, then doing the other opposite arm and opposite leg. But now it's time to point out where most people go wrong with this exercise. And I'll explain why each of these mistakes might not be ideal and the potential consequences that could come of it. When most people reach with their arm, they do it with a flat or soft hand. It's best to make a fist and squeeze. This is because it will increase overall motor recruitment throughout the arm and body. It's like when you shake someone's hand. If your hand is all floppy, then your arm, your shoulder, and your back will be relaxed too. But if you squeeze their hand, you'll feel your arm, shoulder, and back engage. So you'll get a lot more out of it if you squeeze your fist. The same goes for the foot. Most people point their toes away. You actually want to dorsiflex your foot and point the heel away for the exact same reasons as discussed with the hand. It will increase motor recruitment throughout the leg. You'll definitely feel a stronger contraction in the glute and likely a stronger contraction in the low back as well. Looking up at the wall is also a missed opportunity. Keeping the vision towards the floor will require work of your deep neck flexors. These muscles are chronically underworked in almost everyone because most of us sit all day with our heads forward in extension looking at our phones or computers. Keeping your chin pulled back like you're making a double chin will really help to strengthen this area and can really help with neck pain and headaches. So keep your head in this position during the bird dog. And lastly, not maintaining a straight spine throughout the movement can limit your benefit and can actually cause pain in some people. Most people want to arch as they perform this, but if you have a sensitive low back, a disc herniation, or sciatica, sometimes the contraction in that arched position can cause a flare-up. So not only can you reduce your chance of pain, but it's also much harder and you'll get much more out of it by keeping your back flat like a table and letting all the other parts move around it. So do exactly that. Imagine your back as a table, keep it flat, keep your rib cage down, core engaged, chin tucked, and perform it just like we discussed today. You'll get so much more out of it and you'll be able to tell the next time you try it. I recommend 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps each side, holding it for a couple seconds each rep. Hey, real quick, I know you're struggling with pain and obviously want to fix it. So if you just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, I will send you my free back pain fix demo. Just text that number and you can fix your pain. Thank me later. Back to the show. Now, the second exercise we're going to dissect is the glute bridge exercise. The goal of this exercise is to strengthen the glutes, obviously, but your hamstrings and low back are also involved. The most common mistake I see people making is just simply performing the movement way too fast. It's like they're trying to get as many reps in as possible, but the faster you go, the less you'll feel it. So slow down. Now, you might also be overextending through the low back as you do this, which will reduce the activation in your glutes and can also be sensitive for certain people with back pain. So once again, bring the rib cage down, engage the core, and then drive the hips to the sky while maintaining this position. You will feel your glutes engage so much more, and it might be a more comfortable position for you as well. Slowly lower down, no rush. Don't completely relax at the bottom. Keep everything engaged, and then go right back up. And lastly, you might not have noticed it, but instead of keeping your arms and hands out to the side, not doing anything, turn your palms flat on the floor and push down slightly. Try this. You will notice your core immediately intensifies. Try a rep with hands down pushing, and then the next rep, hands up, not pushing. It'll be so obvious when you compare back and forth. This will engage your core so much more as you do this, and once again, drive more motor recruitment throughout the whole body. Now, last is our prone press up. This is easily one of the most classic exercises for disc herniation. If you search on Google disc herniation exercise, this one will always pop up because it can be a very powerful movement for the right person if they get the right prescription and if they get the right program that comes next. This exercise is not intended to strengthen any muscles, but is rather a mobility movement. However, many people will hear a common cue to squeeze the glutes as they do this. This is not ideal in this context because what squeezing the glutes does is it posteriorly tilts the pelvis, which actually reduces the amount of extension you're getting in the movement. And that's the entire purpose of this exercise, is to induce more extension in your lower back. Also, just adding in more tension or squeezing around the lower back region can cause more sensitivity for people with back pain. So keep the glutes totally relaxed. The same goes for the lower back. Do not contract the lower back like you would a Superman exercise. Your low back should be doing no work. It should be passively moving into extension. If your arms are not working, then your low back will have to, so just rely on your arms to do the work. Now, hand placement can also be very important for certain people. If your hands are too far back, it'll make you want to flex your lower back and it'll be hard to relax. If your hands are too far forward, it will limit how far you can go and potentially reduce the amount of benefit that you could achieve. So I advise you to put your hands right under your shoulders like you're going to do a push-up. Another tip is to keep your hips on the ground. You don't need to straighten your arms all the way if that means your hips are lifting up, because then it turns into a plank and you're not going to get as much benefit. Now, I have to be really clear here. Everything I'm discussing about these exercises are ways to optimize them for most people with most low back pain. I'm not saying doing these exercises the other ways are bad or wrong in any way, because it ultimately depends on the context of the situation and the person's condition. So there might be other modifications you find that make it more comfortable for you, or perhaps some of the old ways actually make it less painful for you. I'm just speaking from the experience of helping over 1,000 people personally go through my online low back program and helping many thousands more through social media. And these are easily the most common mistakes and improvements I've seen and worked with. So try these improvements. I guarantee you'll see better results and will like the relief you experience. And if you do, then I can show you how our clients on average achieved 37% reduction in their pain using our centralization process. Because you need an actual plan to follow. These modifications to exercise can definitely help, but you still need a plan. And we've seen some people achieve 100% pain relief in as little as 15 days. So if you want to dive deeper with me and actually get a structured plan to healing, just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509 to get a tailored step-by-step plan to permanently fix your back or sciatica issues using my centralization process. Do it right now so you don't miss the opportunity to finally beat this pain and live the life that you deserve. Those who are serious are texting me right now. And after you do that, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, join my private Facebook group, RehabFix Low Back Program, for more free content, resources, and guides. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see some of you in the program.